I'm Heidi Tweedy. I'm one of the directors and the social movement and enterprise lead at Moray Wellbeing Hub. We aim to make Moray mentally wealthy. So our vision is that everybody has the power to live hopeful and connected lives as valued members of our community. So we act as a mental health and wellbeing hub knowledge, operating for the benefit of Moray communities. We don't have a particular one site that we work out of. We work out of all of the partner sites that we can connect with across the whole Moray region, so we can reach a lot of people with the little resources that we have. Mostly, though, I think we describe ourselves as a collective of people from Moray who have experienced challenges in our own mental health and well-being, and we want to make a positive difference. So we are a social movement before we're a social enterprise. And alongside supporting our champions, people who are members of this social movement, we support businesses, groups, and organisations, acting as an infrastructure for networking and knowledge, and putting the lived experiences at the heart of a range of services. And those things include things like training and consultancy. So we do mental health first aid, trauma-informed approaches, peer support, anti-stigma work. We do project administration, like hosting groups and events, community marketing, networks and partnerships, including with NHS and the local health and social care partnership. And we look to celebrate organisations' wellness impact, things like evaluation and research made simple. So, for example, right now we're building a community research network, working with loads of community organisations, as well as research partners and universities. So this Mental Health Awareness Week is all about movement, moving more for our mental health. And movement is a really important part of health. There can't be any health, obviously, without mental health. So if it's like a lot of people think, oh, that means going to the gym or a run, yeah, that could create that, but that's not really what this is about. Lots of people have experienced barriers and stigma when they think about moving. And what we try and do is gently address that by boosting their confidence. So our champion gatherings, that's where the members of the social movement get together and they share ideas and support on how to make change. Those include wellbeing walks. So by doing a walk together, you can find you listen differently, you're side by side. And it's a great way to ensure that you have strong peer values in action, things like mutuality and connection. You're not in a kind of power dynamic. You're beside each other, you're doing a shared activity, and the conversation can just flow. We also run Walk of Hope events right across Moray around suicide prevention. And each year we run these across Moray, walking from darkness into the dawn and the sunrise, giving hope around a topic that people would maybe find very challenging to talk about. And Moray has great locations to move more. Locations like beaches and mountains, urban and farmland, and we can include all ages and all accessibility. So we just make the most of that. And as part of our accredited mental health awareness and skills courses, we also make sure movement is included in that as well. So that can be listening walks for practice and plenty of moving around the room to prevent that training slump when you're sitting there for too long. Really, what is important is to remember that movement doesn't need to be tasking, and it doesn't also have to be something that not everybody can be included in. Dance is movement, just walking to the shops, all of that is really important. And what really improves our mental health is not just the movement, but how we do it with other human beings, how we connect with them. We know that from our champions that being part of something bigger in an organisation like us is what really makes the difference. It gives them what we call CHIME: connection, hope, identity, meaning and empowerment. And that is a wellbeing measurement tool that we think really works. It shows how we can create impact and it's super accessible. And what we find is that people that work with us really want to make change, but they also forget that they need these other humans to do that. So taking that social movement approach makes a big difference, and it enables us to give people the chance to develop too as part of things like employability, but also including champions in our training to give live testimony, as well as developing them into the next generation of trainers and researchers. For us, it's less about what we do as our social enterprise, but much more about how we do things that makes what we do an excellent product for all the people that we work with. For the way that we help host groups with neurodiverse members that can be around location, background, neurodiversity, or difference in opinion, we know that we can create safer, trauma-informed spaces where great things can happen collectively. And we know that businesses love our courses, that they connect people with mental health in a way that's practical for the workplace, so that they have people that can deal between their colleagues, support the people that come in and use their businesses as well, but also for them as people. It's meaningful and it's powerful. Often what we find is folk then decide to join our social movement as well, and it creates a flow of people making small changes towards a big goal of mental health.